Hail, my Vikings! We are back again with Pillars of Eternity. I apologize for the long hiatus. I decided it was best not to record while I was just using a wall-mounted TV because I got tired of craning my neck to read small text. It hurt, and it just didn't work in the long run. But I have a monitor now, so we're good. Also, if you've watched my old Pillars of Eternity Let's Play, and let's be honest, not many of you have, I look at the views, we're just going to ignore it and start fresh. So, new game. Requires strategy and efficiency, but forgives a few mistakes in combat. It's not recommended for newcomers of real-time party-based RPGs. I don't play many of those, so I'm going to go to easy. Or, wait, storytime mode is for players who are more interested in exploration and story development than the challenge of combat. While storytime is active, the enemy composition of battles is the same as normal difficulty, but the game mechanics are biased in the player's favor. Additionally, the player can carry an unlimited number of camping supplies. Gonna go easy. I don't know if you guys can see my Steam overlay messages pop up. My friends are playing Vermintide. Also, I gotta keep the background music quiet because I used to get copyright strikes for this game. So, hopefully turning down the volume will fix that. We didn't crash. Please do not crash. There we go.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Cool. So, I already know what I want to play. I'm playing male. Next, no. I actually don't remember the races. The godlike are the children of Kith, civilized races, who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder, dexterity, and intellect. Tempting. Merlins are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and hirsute bodies, Orlins are commonly found in Erdgelfand, the Ixemital Plains, and parts of the Drywood. They are known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. Resolve, might, perception. Elf. What in... So I can literally play as a Navi. Literally a Navi. The mighty Amuamua are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Ruatai, I am butchering the pronunciations, and I am sorry, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength. I think I'm gonna go dwarf, just because I like dwarves. Class. Oh, race. Let's go mountain dwarf. Oh. Barbarian, Cypher, Druid, Fighter, Rogue, Ranger, Priest, Paladin. Fighters form the front line of fighters form the front line of disciplined armies across the Eastern Reach. Though they are more commonly found in cultures with an organized material structure, fighters can also be encountered as wandering mercenaries, bodyguards, and other types of sellswords. The common element that unifies fighters are their heavy focus on endurance and melee defenses. What is endurance in this game? Endurance represents a character's short-term survivability. Damage that is not absorbed by a character's damage reduction goes straight to their endurance and health. Potions. Oh, okay, that's right. This game has 2 different health bars. Once your endurance drains, then your health starts draining. Once your health drains, you are dead. Starting ability. Constant recovery. Fighters constantly regenerate endurance at a modern rate during combat. Athletics, lore, survival. Endurance 42 plus 14 divided by level or per level. Oh, excuse me. Health is 5 times endurance, which is let's go with fighter. I will take shoves an enemy with enormous force, knocking them prone and causing a deal. Prone characters can't take action. Dexterity is reduced by 2. Damage types are 8 types in Pillars of Eternity: Slash, Pierce, Burn, Shock, Corrode, Freeze, and Raw. Damage types are used to determine how easily a target resists damage. A character or a suit of armor may be very resistant to some weapons or attacks. Yep, okay. Or Discipline Barrage. So I can either be more accurate for a short amount of time, or I can knock them down. And they can't do anything. I think I'm gonna knock them down. Oh, somebody is trying to message me on Facebook, it seems. But I am making a video right now. Let's see. Resolve. Highly recommended. Resolve reflects a character's internal drive, determination, fearlessness, and the emotional intensity they can project to others. Be useful for leadership and convincing performances. In combat, it helps characters maintain concentration and contributes to the will and deflection defenses. And Constitution. Okay. Constitution, overall health. So let's put that at 16. Put that at 16. Bump that up to a 15. Get that to a 10. There we go, that's good. Let's see, Adir. The Adir Empire is currently the largest and most powerful force in this part of the world. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Adir is at its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven nations. Well, it doesn't make sense for a dwarf to be there. Deadfire Archipelago, consisting of the nation of Nazitak. I'm not even going to slow down my pronunciations. Dozens of Oumuamua settlements and hundreds of lawless pirate-infested islands that stretch along the southern seas. Deadfire is the home to boreal dwarves, Moa, and a mixed variety of other races. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone? No. Maxial Plains, located northeast of Irglamt, and Imixil Plains are a large expanse of fertile savannas that are extensively farmed by human or Orlean residents. The Imixil culture is one of the oldest in the world, though one of the least imperialistic, having spread out little over the past several thousand years. Once the crown jewel of the southern seas, Old Vila is now the crumbled remnants of an empire of warming merchant nations, encountering many humans and dwarves among their race. Yeah, I don't need +1 intellect. Constitution, might, perception. Dominated by the Amua nation of Rutile, the Gulf itself is host to a number of nations, though most of them Olarian and Dwarven. Though these countries are relatively young, they are, yes, I'll take that. Ooh, aristocrat. Man, they really go heavy on the role-playing. You've lived a life amongst nobility. Nah. Dissident, you've made a name for yourself as a troublemaker. Disrespect for authority and lack of care regarding the rules are recurring themes in your life. Maybe. Mercenary. Scholar. Merchant. Slave. Laborer. Let's go dissident. Yeah. I don't care about authority. Or rules. Damn your rules. Colors. Dun dun da da da. That looks good. Yeah, sure, whatever. Skin. Let's go. That's good. Hair. That's good. I know this video is long and boring and blah. Yeah, I'll go with this one, even though it looks nothing like my character. Well, this one's probably more like it. Well, again, looks nothing like my character. Facial hair. Dwarves have to have facial hair. It's just a rule. There we go. And yeah, sure, hair. No, I don't want a mohawk. I don't want a side cut. I don't want a pompadour. I don't want... those look like dreads. Screw it. I'm gonna be wearing a helmet anyway. It's not like anyone's gonna see this. There we go. I'll turn up the volume next video, but... Yeah, that sounds like it. Let's go Gotham. Cool. Done. Finally done. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you are planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods, churning a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
Don't want that.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Odema looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfle, who carries an old sun-bleached bow. And then he said that, nods in my direction. Sparfle nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Your character's attributes, skills, class, race, culture, and sex may all open options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choice depends on your individual personality and attitude. Who did build those ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
I kind of want to see it. What are those huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
Interesting. Let's go get those berries.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. If this is your first visit to the world of Eora, you may want to watch these windows to become familiar with the tools and interfaces available to you. We will do this next time on Pillars of Eternity. I am Grungy92, signing off.